Well, women and men, too, go to great lengths to get their hair just right. But do all hair straightening solutions work, and are they safe? Jeremy Paul is a keratin treatment specialist. He's with PR Partners and joins us this morning with his sister, who happens to be a client too, but he talked you into getting in here with him this morning because we wanted to see the results of some of your treatments in person. And good morning to both of you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You with us. Jeremy, first of all, let's just get to the point. What is a keratin treatment? A lot of people getting that now.
Yes. A keratin treatment, in most cases, is going to be a treatment that is infused with some kind of keratin biopolymer, amino acids, and conditioning agents that really are designed to reinforce the inner structure of the hair shaft, and that's going to allow for a high moisture retention. It's going to allow for amazing elasticity, high shine, anti-frizz, and in some cases anti-curl, depending on what the client is looking for.
So introduce your client sister to us.
This is my sister. She's also a client of mine. Courtney has been she's been a client of mine for quite a while. Courtney has extremely curly hair, but normally it's that kind of hair that is more on the frizzy side. So when I first started doing her hair, and this was long before the treatments were introduced into my company, Courtney's hair always looked the same. It was the same thing every single day.
So now, Courtney, did you dislike your curly hair? Was it just hard to deal with?
I didn't necessarily dislike it. I mean, I was...
There you are, pregnant there. I see that. And there you are, too. Hair, too.
That's my country singer hair.
It runs in the family. Not so curly, but curly enough to be a problem sometimes. So, had you tried other straighteners?
I've never tried any other straighteners, and actually I was very hesitant to even do this one because I didn't dislike my curly hair, and I was more hesitant about what it would look like after I did it.
You didn't want it to be flat.
I didn't want it to be flat. I'm not, I like hair to be full and have body, and, Jeremy convinced me to try this out, and it's been wonderful.
So why would you recommend this to a client? Why do you recommend straightening?
I actually don't even really like to consider it a straightener. It's a hair smoother. You can even see with Courtney's hair right now that it has the movement, it has the body, it has the bounce, but this is after a blowout, so she still has her wavy hair. This treatment, honestly, is for the woman like Courtney who has kids in the morning, wants to look great for work, but can't because it takes forever.
There's another one of your clients.
Yeah, this is one of my clients here. When she came in, now this is immediately after the treatment, so that's something important to remember, is that this is an example of what the treatment is capable of doing.
Make it very
this is one of the biggest transformations that I've done recently.
And
that's the before.
This is an African-American client we're looking at now.
And this is after my cut and treatment.
And that is very straight. But you say it comes out straight to begin with, but it gets full after a few washings.
Once you washed it for the first time, your body, your bounce, so the client that you just saw, her hair isn't going to be that straight when she washes it for the first time. And again, going with these types of treatments, there is no sodium hydroxide in most of them. There's no ammonium thioglycolate, so it's a strengthener and a reparative, not a chemical straightener.
Well, let's talk about what people seem to be most afraid of. They hear the word formaldehyde, and then we're hearing, oh, here are some new ones, keratin with no formaldehyde.
Yes.
Do you need the formaldehyde in it to make it work, and is that safe?
There is a lot of hype right now behind formaldehyde. Do you need formaldehyde in the system for it to work? You need the formaldehyde in the system for you to get the long-lasting results. So going with type of treatments, you have your blowout systems, which most systems now are kind of reverting to formaldehyde-free. Really the difference is you're only going to see about maybe a longevity of maybe 4 to 16 weeks, and that's because with that treatment you're creating a compound molecule as opposed to infusing them together. Now the formaldehyde in the original formulas is actually going to be the bonding agent infusing the two keratin molecules together, allowing for results up to 6 months. So going with safety and exposure, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration has devised what they call the permissible exposure limit, and going with any airborne chemical in the salon environment, you're going to have that limit. Depending on the manufacturer and depending on the salon itself, so long as it stays at a certain percentage or below, it is wildly safe. And that's something that I really want to get across to all the women and all the men out there that are suffering from frizzy hair. It is safe. You just have to make sure that it's in a safe environment and the person who is doing it.
Now, we noticed that your sister had it done. Well, I don't know if you had it done, but you were pregnant in that last shot. Would you say that a pregnant person can have this done even with the formaldehyde in it?
With any educated stylist, we are not doctors. So it's one of those things that even with color, if you were to say to me, you know, I'm pregnant, but I need to get my roots retouched or something like that, I would never say, oh, sure, Barbara, it's safe. Go ahead. I've got plenty of clients that do it. What I would say is, here's the MSDS sheet. That's the material safety data sheet, and say, present this to your doctor and tell me what he says. Most thing that I can say is that I have clients that have had done it, but I cannot tell you that it is safe. That's not my job. I'm a stylist, not a doctor.
Well, we thank you both for coming in. Those of us who suffer with curly hair are very happy to have some kind of method for getting it straightened out, especially this time of year and with weather like we have today.
My goodness.
So we wanted to know, though, for those who are wondering if it is safe. Can people do it at home? And we've got to hurry.
People at home, no, please don't do it. And I wouldn't do it with that or color. The reason why is because you don't know what kind of chemical is in that. I actually had a client that had trashed her hair using an at-home service, and the extreme high pH of that system trashed her hair, and the only thing going to recover from that is a haircut.
Well, there are plenty of stylists who are using various systems out there, so we'll recommend from you that they go out and find somebody who can do it for them.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, Jeremy.
Great. Thank
Paul.
you, Barbara.
Courtney, thanks for coming in.
Barbara.
Glad to have you with us.